Breaking news this morning. Bam! Texans fans, how's that feel? I mean, that's a hell of a way to start your Friday and your weekend. The future Hall of Fame defensive end leaving the team, not only leaving the team, but asking to leave the team. And as a refresher, here's exactly what is leaving. A 3-time Defensive Player of the Year, an 8-time All-Pro, a member of the 2010s All-Decade Team, a member of the 100 Sack Club, a Canton Lock, and an absolute pillar of the community who raised more than $37 million and, according to some reports, $41 million for Hurricane Harvey relief. And this guy wants out, and he wants out right now. He wants out right this second. And the worst part is, even the most diehard Houston Texans fan, if such a thing still even exists, can't blame this guy. You can't blame J.J. Watt for wanting out of that organization. Pretty much everybody does. Deshaun Watson wants out. The team president just quit. I could go on and on. At this point, the shock is not that Watt wants out. The shock would be if he wanted to stay. Wanting to stay would mean that he just does not give a damn. Who else would want to stay in a situation like that? A situation that jacked up? It'd be like buying a ticket for the Titanic while it's sinking. Because in a nutshell, here's exactly how the Texans' last few seasons have gone. Stack the defense with guys like J.J. Watt, Jadeveon Clowney. Load up the offense with guys like DeAndre Hopkins, Dwayne Brown, Deshaun Watson. And then spend every single waking moment trying to figure out how you can destroy that. Trade Brown, get rid of Clowney, dump Hopkins, chase off Watt, and force Watson to demand a trade. I mean, forget the last few years. The last few months alone have been fire your head coach / GM Bob in October and get a head start on a coaching search, and then puke all over yourself in that coaching search to the point of alienating the most patient quarterback in the NFL until he himself demands a trade. Hire somebody nobody expected, run off a future Hall of Famer, and then have to deal with a quarterback who doesn't want to be there. And J.J. Watt's most recent tweet before this morning's announcement was this one. It was in reaction to the news that the team fired the equipment manager. Quote, Mike Parson and his entire equipment staff are incredible people who went above and beyond to help every player in the locker room every single day. A great man and a great staff who shouldn't be out of work for long. Anybody would be lucky to have them, end quote. So, what I'm saying is, if the franchise quarterback wants out, and the team president wants out, and they're firing a beloved equipment manager and his staff, hell yes, I would want out too. They could not possibly make this working environment any more dysfunctional and give you any less of a chance for greatness and success on the field. And not only has the team sucked on the field, but according to reports, it sucked off the field as well. And for some reason, the former Patriots team chaplain seems to be the most powerful person in that building. So if you're J.J. Watt or anybody else with a pair of eyes, you've got to be looking around thinking, how the hell is this ever going to get better? For years, the message from the Texans has been, if you're good and you'd like to be paid according to your ability, we are getting rid of you. We are not that interested in winning. In fact, we're actively interested in losing and sabotaging ourselves. Because honestly, if you're a Texans player or a fan, are you seeing what you're seeing? Is it giving you any reason to believe this team is trying to win? Does it give you any reason to believe this team has any kind of plan at all? J.J. Watt wanting out isn't even the most telling thing about the Texans. Right, so listen, really quickly. That tweet was at 6:49 a.m. West Coast time. Now check out this tweet from Ian Rappaport. Quote, the Texans are releasing star J.J. Watt, source said. That tweet was at 6:46 West Coast time, 3 minutes before Watt's video went up. Now, I don't know who Rappaport's source is, but it would seem awfully strange that J.J. Watt or somebody in Watt's camp would scoop J.J. Watt and get that word out before Houston fans could hear it directly from his mouth. I mean, the whole point of the video was so he could speak directly to the fans. Again, I don't know who the source was, but if the source was in any way connected to the Houston Texans, that tells you all you need to know about the Houston Texans. If somebody from that organization was the source of that info before Watt could post the video, that tells you what you need to know, that they're a petty, jackass organization. doing their franchise guy dirty on the way out the door. This guy's trying to leave in the most agreeable, dignified manner imaginable, and you're stabbing him in the back. Someone leaked it. I'm not saying it's the Texans, but would you be surprised if it was the Texans? Would it really be out of character if it was the Texans? Of course not. Given how they've handled every other situation for the past few years, I would be surprised if they weren't the ones behind that leak, because it would be so Bush League and so petty and so garbage and so on brand. They have been a clown show for years, and the only thing that kept them from being a complete catastrophe is guys like Watt and Watson, and now they're trying to run these guys out of town. Hell of an offseason, Houston. Really good stuff. Why don't you see if you can set the stadium on fire while you're at it? That's about the only thing missing right about now. Oh, but good news for you. Good news, the team did do something yesterday. They hired a former NFL backup quarterback who never played in a game to be the team's character coach. So that's awesome. You got yourself a character coach. Yeah, you may as well start planning that Super Bowl parade right now. J.J. Watt is gone. Deshaun's got one foot out the door, but the character coach is in place. Texans fans, how's that grab you? J.J. Watt not only is gone, he asked out. He does not want to be there.